Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Open Heavens Daily Devotional for Teens. I am 𝗓𝗲𝗃𝗂𝗃, a student of Peaceville International Academy. Today is Thursday, March 26th, 2026, and our topic is Be the Change. Be the change. When you hear that topic, what comes to mind? Being famous, starting a movement, changing the world? Well, to me, it's something quieter, but more powerful. It's your decision to do what is right, even when following the crowd is easier. This idea shows clearly in today's memory verse, which is taken from the book of Ezekiel 9 verse 4. And the Lord said to him, "Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and put a mark on the foreheads of the men who sigh and cry over all the abominations that are done within it." Similarly stated in our Bible text, which is taken from the book of Ezekiel 9 verse 1 to 4. Then he called out in my hearing with a loud voice, saying, "Let those who have charge over the city draw near, each with a deadly weapon in his hand." And suddenly 6 men came from the direction of the upper gate, which faces north, each with his battle axe in his hand. One man among them was clothed with linen and had the writer's inkhorn at his side. They went in and stood beside the bronze altar. Now the glory of the God of Israel had gone up from the cherub, where it had been, to the threshold of the temple. And he called to the man clothed with linen, who had the writer's inkhorn at his side. And the Lord said to him, "Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and put a mark on the foreheads of the men who sigh and cry over all the abominations that are done within it." A Bible text tells us of how God sent a man to mark the foreheads of those who see what is wrong and choose to correct it, who see what is wrong and chose not to join them. They saw that what was going on around them was wrong, and they chose to stand out. God sees us when we choose to do these things. God watches us, and God cares about those who choose to stand out. A person can be stated as an agent of change when they see a problem, see an issue, recognize it, and they prefer a solution. The state of the world today is truly distressing. Sin is becoming normalized, and it is gradually creeping into the church. Preachers are no longer focused on God. People no longer come to church to actually worship God. These are the bad things that are happening in our society nowadays. And it is our job, our duty as Christians, to correct that, regardless of our age. God is willing to use anyone who is ready to serve Him wholeheartedly and truly, no matter how old they are. You might think that the work of changing bad things that are happening in society is the work of our leaders, the influencers, the presidents and the governors. But no, it starts from us. It starts from our decision to do what is right, even when following the crowd is easier. It can start with a simple thing like not joining in gossip or standing up for someone who is being bullied. It just starts with our decision to be the change. You might think that you don't know what to do. Like you just see what is wrong and then you choose not to do it. You think people might treat you as an outcast or think that you are different. It's not bad to be different. As Christians, we are built to be different. God was different. Jesus was different when He came to this world. So we too have to be different. We should not be too scared to stand up for righteousness. We should not be too scared to stand up for what is right. We are built to be different. When we see people that are doing wrong, we can just correct them, not harshly, not forcefully. Just tell them that what they're doing is wrong and try to lead by example. We can't be correcting someone for something that we still do. And when we're correcting people, we should not take that correction as self-righteousness or judge others. Because we seem to know what is right, that doesn't mean we should judge other people or make ourselves seem as if we are the only ones who know what is right. No. Being the change is not being self-righteous. We can use mediums like social media or evangelizing. The thing is, social media is not a bad place. It just depends on what you use that social media to do. While others are using social media to post sinful trends or post discouraging things, we can choose to be different. We can choose to post motivational quotes or Christian Bible verses that might actually brighten someone else's day. We don't have to follow the crowd. We don't have to make people like us because of who we are not. We can't compromise our Christianity because we want to be part of the world. We can't be a part of the world. We are Christians, and it is our role and duty to be different, to be the change in our society. We can also evangelize to people around us, our circle, our friends, our families. Talk to them about whatever you see that is going on around us that you think is wrong, or according to the Bible, it is wrong. We can just take it step by step, a little at a time. We are the leaders of tomorrow. We are the future. It is the people of today that determine how the future will be. It starts from us, our decision to do what is right, even in the face of evil. When we are being the change, we should also ask ourselves this question: are we actually positively influencing people? Even if we are praying, we are reading our Bibles, we can be following all God's rules, but in reality, are we actually practicing what we are doing? Being the change starts from us. Prayer point. Father, please help me to be an instrument of change in my generation. Please let us watch out to see, after noticing the issues, we should question ourselves: are we being a part of the problem or actually being a part of the solution? Thank you so much for watching. See you again on another episode of the Open Heavens Daily Devotional. Make sure to be the change. Bye.